Hi all, today's topic is from b.ed C8 paper Knowledge and Curriculum, Nationalism, Universalism, Secularism and Education. First one is nationalism. Let us understand the concept of nationalism. Nationalism is a loyalty of a citizen displayed towards nation. Merriam-Webster defined a feeling of loyalty towards a particular country. It is often accompanied with the belief that one's own country is more important than other countries. Nationalism is a powerful means to achieve the goals of a nation. A spirit of nationalism can also be manipulatively used by the leaders. Example, Hitler. Characteristics of nationalism. First one, pride in one's nation. Culture, the past glory and achievement are all important to the people. For example, in India, we practice yoga and Vedic mathematics. Second one, loyalty to one's nation. A deep sense of loyalty to the nation. For example, we ardently support our national team in international match. Third one, distinct from others. Nationalist spirit believes their nation is distinct from other nation and culture. Number fourth one, feeling of attachment. Affinity to the nation is depicted. For example, natural calamity. Unity between states to help affected states. Number fifth one, belief in the superiority of one's nation to others. Need for nationalism. Helps to inculcate a sense of national identity and stay united even though different cultural practices, languages and religions. To preserve the culture of a nation. Helpful for involvement of citizens during the Indian independence struggle. This was evident in a non-cooperation movement. Fighting against internal and external threats to security. Peace in nation depends on the degree of nationalism. Nationalism is constructive when it is used for a cause. For the progress of a nation, in 2014, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, people wholeheartedly participated. Nationalism is a good if it is accompanied by universalism. Next one is Universalism. Latest news on education. Schools being closed down, schools under sale, schools being outsourced, tenders invited for setting up schools, education hubs coming up, one teacher, several classes, a powerful mobile company's advertisement, public funds shifted to companies, NGOs and religious bodies for setting up schools under PPP, computer firms making curriculum, policy making outsourced to market. More news on education. Children categorized as 1-word children, 3-word children, 5-word children, 1-sentence children, half-para children. 100% cutoffs. Professional colleges without faculty or labs. Loans to students to fill up private colleges. Loans, grants and tax exemption to corporations to set up educational institutions. Yet government claims resource crunch. Public expenditure on education declining. So with this news we can understand there is a need of universalism. Universalism is a philosophical doctrine that affirms the existence of certain principles that are universally disputable and in which must therefore be admitted by all persons and cultural groups as a guide for their conduct and to distinguish the good deeds from the evil. Loyalty and concern for others without regard to national or other issues. Peace, liberty and justice for all. Characteristics of universalism. Embraces all humanity irrespective of caste, creed and religion. Expression of humanity in its goodness and life in harmony. Believes in the inherent worth and dignity of every individual. Supports justice, equality, equity, and compassion towards all. Respects nation, interdependent coexistence, includes all humans, animals, plants, and with the entire creation. Every religion, philosophy, and culture is a part of the universal truth. Nurture of Universalism will address issues such as communalism, religialism, war, groupism, gender-based base, and racism. Third one is secularism. Concept of secularism. Concept of secularism. The belief that religion should not play a role in government, education, or other public parts of society. A system of political or social philosophy that excludes religious consideration in civil and public affairs. Secularism rests on two propositions. First one is strict separation of religion from state. Second one is people of all religions and regions and beliefs are equal before the law. Minorities feel secure in a truly secular atmosphere. People of all faiths to live without fear. It's part of democracy and grants equal rights. Characteristics of secularism. Affairs of the state and religion are kept separate. All religions are respected. No special privileges are granted on the basis of religion. A framework for ensuring equality throughout society in politics, education, law, and elsewhere. Many great educational philosophers, Rabindranath Tagore, Jiddu Krishnamurti, emphasized that focus on the global values of peace, secularism, brotherhood, and universalism should be the main aim of education. Tagore's view on education. Self-realization was the main aim of education. The highest education is that which does not merely give us information but makes our life in a harmony with all existent. Freedom of child, active communion of man and nature, creative self-expression, and internationalism. Education would bring about harmony with nature. He established Shantiniketan. Students learned amidst nature. He criticized book-kiss method and stressed on activity-based learning. He reflects the truth of spirit of universalism and secularism. Reflection on nationalism, universalism, and secularism at Shantiniketan, a place where all cultures of the world could be represented and celebrated. Education embedded in one's immediate surrounding but connected with cultures of the wider world. Classes were held in the open and the curriculum revolved around the nature. Nature walks, excursion, and observation as a part of learning schedules. Class schedules were flexible and seasonal festivals were created for children to learn from nature and changes in the season. Harvest season made by Pos Mela, a platform to folk. Musician, ball musician, rural artists brought their goods for sale. Vasant Utsav welcomed the spring season. Students rendered song and dance performance. Present-day relevance to Tagore's thought of education. Curriculum firmly embedded in secularism and universalism can solve all over societal issues. Value and peace education must be an integral part of the education system. Schools interact with each other and learn about each other culture through student and faculty exchange program. Wanted to break barriers and nurture multiculturalism with the individual of personality. By conducting education with nature, finds a remedy for the environmental degradation and to ensure ecological balance. Shantiniketan. Visvabharati encourages students to express their thoughts and feelings. Should apply in present education system. Key learnings. Significant role of education is promoting nationalism, universalism and secularism. Rabindranath Tagore stressed on self-realization, which he considered as the main aim of education. Nature-oriented learning will enhance sense of belongingness in student towards nature and protect environment. Points for reflection. Recommend any 3 strategies to improve nationalism among students. What are your suggestions to improve secularism in nature? These are few suggested reading. You can go through it. That's all about this.